Hey, so thrilled to be able to welcome everyone here. We welcome the folks that are here in our West Palm Beach event. Thank you so much. Also want to welcome all those on Facebook Live that are joining us. Do us a favor, do yourself a favor. Make sure you like, comment, and share this post to educate your team on some of the incredible changes, the incredible updates, the reboot of Tavala, and the partnership with this incredible company and opportunity, ViiVa. Today, like I said, we're in West Palm Beach. We're thrilled to be able to share with the folks that are here local with us some of the incredible things that have occurred over the last little while. ViiVa is a brand new startup company that is embracing the incredible brand of Tavala, and we're in a joint partnership. This partnership is going to cause some incredible things to happen for your organizations, for people who haven't yet joined Tavala or ViiVa. And we're thrilled to share some of those things. You'll see on the screen some of the activities that were the first things to occur at ViiVa, which was the celebration cruise that was a part of the Tavala for the last year. We have some people in the room that have earned the cruise before here at Tavala, and we have some that I think in the future will do the exact same thing. It's about celebration, and ViiVa, as we introduce this to most people, this is the first time you've seen, ViiVa actually means long life or life. And this is about celebrating life and celebrating this incredible partnership with ViiVa. ViiVa is an amazing story, and Tavala has been an amazing story. So a short while ago, there's some reasons that these two companies have joined together to partnership to create something more incredible. And for you who are seeing this from the Tavala perspective, this is a little bit of a change than what you've thought of in the past, or this name Tavala. And today, Tavala magnifies and grows into this ViiVa partnership. The ViiVa partnership has some gentlemen in it, some executives, the founders of this company that are pretty amazing, if you ask me. I always do this when I get on Facebook Live. I start speaking very quick, so I'll try to slow down for everyone, and as well as myself. Tavala founded 2 years ago. We created the company from scratch into something that would go out and transform lives, to have an impact on people for a positive way, to impact people physically and financially. One of those things that we did that with was an incredible product by the name of Trim. Trim was created from a man by the name of Boyd Watson, who was the main founder of Tavala. And as Boyd created this company, it was going to be a legacy company, something that could span time. No exit strategy. We weren't looking to go public. We weren't looking to sell the company. We were looking to create an impact across the planet to transform people's lives. Well, you know what? Plans change a little bit when personal things take place. Boyd had some illness in his family of his sweetheart for over 60 years, and that passion became a little bit more important, that he needed to find somebody to take care of this company and this project. So it just happened to be perfect timing with these executives who are creating this company, ViiVa. These people have done amazing things, these executives. They've created companies, and on the first day of business, one company that they created did $1.3 million on their very first day. They have been a part of acquisitions. They have built companies. They have sold companies. They have, one of the folks on the board was responsible for getting Mercedes-Benz into China. It's an Eastern management team and a Western management team combined, and they're incredible individuals. And it's my pleasure today to be able to introduce not only to the folks that are here, but the folks that are on live. It's my pleasure to welcome one of the executives. He's our Chief Marketing Officer and founder of ViiVa. It's my pleasure to welcome Mr. Craig Johansson. Craig?
Thanks. Hey, so it's good to be here, and for those who are joining us on Facebook, as we walk through this presentation, just go ahead, if there's something that resonates with you, drop a comment below. If there's something that you really like, and you can apply it to your team, specify how that can happen, but go ahead and feel free to comment. And for everybody in the room, we want to go old school, you would just raise your hand if you have a comment. So digitally, just go ahead and drop a comment right there below, and for everybody else, just go ahead and raise your hand. So typically when people start a network marketing company, what happens is they go out and someone has found a product, and then they form a management team, and then they go and find an investor, and then they launch it into the market. That's the normal procedure for probably 99.999% of all companies. A product comes first, a management team comes second, and then you go out and you get an investor. For us and for ViiVa, that happened exactly the opposite. We had someone, an individual, who said, I want to start and launch a US-based company that will have a very, very large and significant global footprint. And what ended up happening is the investment came first, the assembly of a team came second, and then, as Randy was mentioning, based off of this team, we had to go out and find a product. One of the products that we've been following, and one of the things that we were interested in, was a product like trim. So myself and one of my partners, we actually went to Boyd and we said, Boyd, we really love this product. We think it's a $1 billion product. It's got amazing effects. We're launching a company. We want something like that. We know you're a formulator. Would you be interested in formulating something for us? That decision and that conversation actually led us to, well, actually, I'm at a point in my life where I would entertain a broader discussion. And where ViiVa had no employees, where ViiVa had no products, where ViiVa didn't even have a compensation plan, nor a culture, we said to ourselves, wouldn't it be great if we could just combine our efforts and partner in this new endeavor? And so if you want to call it an evolution of Tavala, if you want to call it a rebirth of Tavala, a restart of Tavala, you can. But the company going forward, it will be called ViiVa. And right now, all of the emails that you get still say Tavala, but typically Tavala ViiVa. And you're going to see this transition taking place. So just a little bit about who we are and a little bit of our backgrounds. One of the things that I think is critically important is you always want to have people who are experienced in what you're doing. And what you see with this group of individuals it's really experience. So if I could do anything or invest in anything, I would be betting on the individuals involved as opposed to maybe even how good the product is. Think back 30 years ago and the brilliance of Steve Jobs, knowing how good he is and knowing how brilliant his mind is or was, partnering with someone like that, who can take you to the top of the mountain, right? Being a part of something like that. This group of individuals, numerous individuals in this group have over 20 years experience in network marketing. Not one, not two, but 3 people here have experience in network marketing. An individual here just pulled off the largest joint venture in the network marketing world in China that just happened this past year, responsible for bringing Mercedes-Benz into China and sitting on their board. Individuals who have launched network marketing companies, done $1.3 million on the first day. People that have, from startup, have taken companies, network marketing companies, to hundreds of millions of dollars annually. And so this has been not necessarily like crowning achievements, but a progression of where we are today. And so we're very excited about being able to form, being able to start, and being able to partner with Tavala. And so the purpose of today is to actually kind of walk through and talk about what some of the changes are going to be. That's why this is not an opportunity meeting, is because it's not an opportunity meeting. Don't invite guests because guests will just be confused. But you can share this information verbally. You can share this information on Facebook, social media, if you want to be able to talk to your teams more effectively about how this transition will take place and when it will take place. And so I'm going to have Randy come back up. We're going to be tag teaming like a couple of WWE wrestlers. But Randy's going to come up here and talk a little bit about the product transition, because that's probably the biggest question we get is, so what's up with the product? Are we going to keep all the products? Which ones are going to be transitioned? Will it still have the name Tavala on it? What's going to happen? Randy's going to handle all of that right now. So Randy, come on up and talk about product.
Okay, tag, I'm in. Happy. One of the things that's really very, very important to ViiVa is to make sure that we're providing incredible products. Well, one of the reasons that this partnership has even taken place is because of the belief behind some of our products. So ViiVa's whole strategy on products will be something that is extremely consumable, that is internationally friendly, that is easy to share, that's demonstratable, that, hey, think about the trim. You all have tried the trim. You feel it immediately. People feel it. So it's all about making sure that people have a recognizable feeling or an experience with the product. So as we go forward, there's going to be some product. For those folks that are with Tavala, please understand that the products that you have today in your shopping cart that you have access to, tomorrow you will as well. And for the foreseeable future, you'll still have access to the products that you've come to love. There might be some changes coming in the next few months as inventory rolls out on some of the products. So for example, we don't have an endless supply of trim with as much as we go through, as you all go through. So when we run out of that inventory, we get closer, you'll start seeing some packaging changes. So you'll see the packaging changes start reflecting the ViiVa brand. You'll also notice a couple things such as you'll see them go from 28 servings to 30 servings in a package. Tavala works off of a 28-day qualification period, or qualifying 4 weeks. And this seems confusing, so we're going to go to a monthly qualifying. So you'll start seeing the packaging show up, both from a ViiVa branded perspective, and you'll start seeing some changes to the packaging in a 30-day supply rather than the 28-day supply. So the products will continue to be in your shopping cart. You'll be able to, if we decide to move away from a specific product, trust me, we'll give you plenty of notice before. So it won't come as a surprise on any of the items, okay? Let's see. The market is really what's going to determine the long-term viability of a product as well. If you happen to love one of the products, make sure others love it as well and consume it, and that way it's demonstrable. So some of the products that we know for sure are going to stick around, the trim is going to be here. It's one of the flagship products in the ViiVa brand. You'll see that. The control, you'll actually absolutely see that continue. It's an incredible product. I go for it every single day. And the other one for sure that's going to be there is the Amazon Gold. How many have had a chance to try that? Amazing. What you'll see on the Amazon Gold, though, what you'll see is shareability. You'll see some packaging modifications to allow that to be shared a little easily, rather than sticking your mitt down and trying to get that scoop out. But the product is amazing. So you'll start seeing some of those changes. Okay. Some of the other products that are here, again, like I said, they'll be in your shopping cart, available for you to use until the foreseeable future. And then before anything modifies, you'll start seeing some, hey there, how are you? You'll start seeing some potential changes, okay? This part I'm really excited to be able to share, because there's going to be some additions. There's going to be some additions to the compensation plan that will allow our ViiVa distributors and the current existing Tavala distributors to be able to do some amazing things in the future. And to share some of those modifications or those additions to the compensation plan, I want to share just a few things. First of all, we have multiple things right now at Tavala. One of the things we have is an alpha bonus. Well, that's going to continue in the form of what's called fast start. So alpha bonus, basically when someone would join the company at the beginning, you'd have the capabilities of coaching them through to buy the right type of way to start, which is an alpha box or a builder's box. That was our fast start program. You're going to see an incredible fast start bonus that's going to be here at ViiVa. It will be something that will be able to be a part of the compensation package. The next thing you're going to see is a leadership bonus. Well, there's definitely a leadership bonus coming with the ViiVa compensation plan. Lifestyle bonuses, rank advancement bonus, you're going to start seeing Pay Plus. It's one of the things I'm going to share. So the first part that I want to show, we are currently at Tavala with a compensation plan known as a unilevel, which basically unilevel meaning you put people on in your first level, you're the ones who sponsor them, they are a part of your first level. Well then when they sponsor people, what occurs is each one of those levels you receive a compensation. Think about this, we're going to take a snapshot of your unilevel organization and it remains. So we're going to pay you on the unilevel. Now some of the changes, some of the additions are going to be, is you'll see a modification to the percentages. You're going to see from 2.5% all the way up to 10%. And there's things that you can do, some behaviors you're going to do, that you can actually double those percentages. And again, we pay unlimited income on that, 9 levels deep. Okay? The next thing we're going to do is add a snapshot. So we're going to have your organization. I want you to look at these now. look at these numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to 10. We're going to take another way. We're going to draw your organization. We're going to keep the unilevel portion and pay you a little bit differently on it, but what we're going to do is before the beginning of the new transition, we're going to draw your organization into what's called the binary, where instead of having 15 people direct to you, Mark, how many people do you think you have personally enrolled at Tavala? Almost need a calculator, huh? Okay. So think about those folks that are like this now. Look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're actually, in all honesty, kind of competing with each other. Does that make sense? But when we're going to draw the organization a little bit differently, look at how 9 rolls up to 7, which rolls up to 5, which rolls up to 3, which rolls up to 1. Volume that 9 does is actually going to help 7, 5, 3, and 1. Where in the unilevel, they're kind of competing with each other. In the binary, this is in addition to what we pay. You're going to see those lines. So people are going to wake up. There's no commitment of exactly how many people will be there, but people are going to wake up and they're going to see that below them now are people. So this binary, how it works is if you have volume on one side and you have volume on the other side, what ViiVa is going to do is we're going to pay you 5% on each side until that volume is equal. So if you have 5,000 over here and you have 8,000 on the other side, well, we're going to pay you down to that level where they're equal. 5% over here, 5% over there, and that's what you're going to get paid weekly. That compensation is capped. Ray, I'm sorry. It's capped. It's capped at $10,000 a week. I'm going to be okay with that? Okay? Here's the thing, Ray, when you get to that point where it's capped at 10, we're actually going to say, okay, let's let you create another business center and you can build that one until it's capped at $10,000 a week. So that's 2 of them. And if you do that, we're going to allow you to do another business center and allow you to get capped on that one as well. Everybody, did you hear that? That means you could get capped at $30,000 a week. Are you okay with that? Like and comment right there if you like that. Let's see some hearts. Perfect. Okay, thank you. Okay. Some of the things about a binary, a traditional binary, people, there's great about compensation plans, and sometimes people look, I love this one, I hate this one. They can make comments about any of them. One of the things that for some people they see as a hurdle is, where do you think you want to spend your time? If you have a common lake that is just growing crazy over here because of other people's efforts, and this is where a lot of times people focus. They try to put their energy here because they kind of think, well, if this is the littler one, the bigger this gets, the more I get paid. But this program that ViiVa has created is one of the most exciting tools I've seen in a compensation plan. And this is where I need everyone to take notes. It's called Pay Plus, where we're actually going to allow you, so imagine that lake, let's imagine that lake going down 5,000 people, and this one might say it has 500. We're going to allow you to take volume, personally enrolled volume, from that big lake that most companies don't necessarily pay out on, and we're going to allow you to get paid on it like it's in your smaller lake or your pay lake, or what some people call that non-common lake. That is an incredible payment plan. Now, please understand, today's meeting is not meant to give every single detail, a granular detail on the compensation plan. It's just to expose it to you a little, kind of like a 20,000-foot level, to let you know that where you're getting a fast start today with the alpha bonus, you're going to receive a fast start with the ViiVa compensation plan. Where you're receiving your unilevel check, you're going to continue to receive a unilevel check. We're going to add a binary, and we're going to add Pay Plus to it. We're also going to add a lifestyle pool. We're going to commit, just like Tavala did, we're going to commit to recognition and taking a portion of the volume that comes to the company and ensure that people who've earned those cruises. Did you have an incredible time on the cruise, Mark? Was it amazing? Okay, he earned it. Ray, y'all had a great time on the cruise you went on, yes?
Yes, absolutely.
And you earned it.
Yeah.
So people are going to earn these recognition trips, and we're excited to be able to throw them. There is great things coming with the compensation plan, great opportunities. The commitment to technology is one of the things I'm most excited about. And I would love to bring back our CMO to talk about some of those commitments to marketing and technology. And tag, you're it.
Oh. So Randy shared a couple of really important things. He talked about, so we've got all these products, right? Tavala has all of these products, and some of them sell really well, some of them sell okay, and then you've got a bunch of them in the middle. We just need to evaluate which ones we want to keep in the process. The good news is that right now nothing changes, and in January nothing changes. And so you don't have to call your customers and say, hey, you know, they don't have your credit card on file anymore. And by the way, that product, you know, they just announced yesterday that it's gone. We didn't know about it. We're going to give you plenty of time if there's any discontinuance of products, because you've got to understand that as we were going down this path, we were looking for and creating products of our own. And so we're going to shed some from Tavala. And there's, you know what, there's probably not a company in the world that wouldn't mind shedding some of their low-selling products. Companies do it every single year. So what we're going to do is we're going to add some products to the mix as well. But having said that, you take a look at some of Tavala products, and you've got a couple of billion-dollar potential products in there. Absolutely amazing. Trim is an amazing product. If people don't lose weight, that means they're eating something else during the day, they're doing something else outside of that. But one thing you can guarantee, so you can't guarantee someone that they're actually going to lose weight on it because you can't control the rest of their day, right? They can eat their way right through any kind of a weight loss program. But what it does deliver every single time is incredible, amazing energy every single time. If somebody takes that product, they feel it and they know it. And if they eat right and do the right things, they're going to lose weight in the process. That, my friends, is an incredible, incredible product. Amazon Gold, I know that was just launched. I mean, you guys have not had that in your portfolio for very long. The more research I do on that one and the more I look into that one is absolutely amazing. And then being out here on the road and talking to people, the quantum relief strips, like I didn't know anything about them. Like, hey, what is that? You got these people wearing all these patches all over, like, what is that? But every time I talk to someone, they're like, these are amazing, these are amazing, these are amazing. And so we just need to go through and evaluate what that is. But what does it mean to you? Right now, it means no change. And as a matter of fact, when we at ViiVa launch a few more products, you will have access to a few more products. And the other people that join us with ViiVa outside of the Tavala tree that just want to join the company, they'll have access to only the ViiVa products, which might include some of the best sellers from Tavala. But the nice thing about you and Tavala is you'll have access to all of your current products in addition to a few more. So there's a huge opportunity on the table. One of the things I want to talk about right now is just kind of the marketing efforts and the way that network marketing has really changed in the last 10 years. It has absolutely changed. Anybody want to mention one of the changes that's taken place in network marketing?
Social media.
Social media is a big one, right? People utilizing social media. 20 years ago? Okay, let's go back 30 years ago in network marketing. Okay, somebody gets a check and they've got to write 20 checks out to other people in their organization. That's the way the compensation plan was paid years ago. And if you wanted to meet, you had to meet physically in a room to have a conversation. Yet we've got a lot of people joining us on Facebook right now that don't have to be in this room in order to experience nearly the same thing as everybody else. But they can't look into my eyes like all of you can look into my eyes. And so things have changed. What do people do these days? Where do they go? Where do they spend their time? A lot of people spend it on social media. That's just where they go. You find out what your cousin Jim had for dinner last night. You find out what your little nephew, what gold star he got in kindergarten yesterday morning. I mean, you go there to find out news about people, but it's amazing how much time people spend on Facebook scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, or Instagram, looking at what's going on. But people that know how to leverage that can build a business around that. And we want to make it so simple that if you know how to send a text message, you can build a business. So even if you don't have a presence on social media, even if you have no friends like me, no, I'm just kidding. The average person has about 240 people, connections on Facebook alone. 240. Could be old high school people, people they have not kept in contact with over the years. But the change in network marketing has become a lot more digital and a lot more simple. You know, if you want to sign someone up, years ago you had to jump in a car and drive across town and sit down and fill out a paper application. And before, in network marketing, you had to know everything there was about a compensation plan. Because if somebody asked you a question, you had to have the answer. And if somebody wanted to know about the products, you had to tell them about the products and answer every single question. And so if you had to do that physically and do that face to face, you wanted to know everything there was about the compensation plan, everything there was about the products, because you had to be there to answer the questions. We don't want to focus on having to empower people to know all the answers to all the questions. That's just too difficult. It takes too long. And so what we want to do is we want people that can get really, really good at sharing a message. Not knowing all the answers, all the questions, but simply just sharing a message. How many people have an Amazon Prime account or have purchased anything off of Amazon before? Yeah, you know what it's like. It's horrible. You know, every day you got like packages showing up at your house or whenever you order, right? But the nice part about it is, well, maybe Randy does, I don't know. But the nice part about Amazon is they have invested heavily into technology that allows people like us, honestly, here's how easy Amazon is. I could be speaking to you right now and I could order a product on Amazon while I'm speaking to all of you. Now, there's a lot of things going on in the background on Amazon, right? They've invested heavily into technology to allow that to happen. But I could seriously order something and it would be at my house before I get back home after this series of meetings, and there it is. It's paid for, it's shipped, and it arrives. It knows what I like. We want to get to that point where it becomes Amazon easy, just really, really easy. But we want to empower you to share. We will not be focused on making sure that everybody has every answer to every question. We do not want to train doctors in this company that can answer every product question that's ever been invented by man, because nobody can answer those questions. And as soon as somebody asks you a question, how do you feel inside typically? They say, hey, what about this? And you don't know the answer? You're like, you know, and inside you're saying, am I losing credibility with these people? Do they trust me because I don't know the answer? Because I'm fully bought into what we're doing, but do they trust me now? And so what we want to do is we want to take those hard things, those pieces of the business that are unnatural for people. People don't like to sell things. They don't like to push products onto people. So what we want to do is we want to make it simple, simple, simple. And that simplicity will allow everybody to grow their business a lot faster than traditional methods of building a business. It's all about speed. So if you sign somebody up, you want them to be able to sign somebody up just as effectively tomorrow, right? It's all about duplication. You want them to do it tomorrow. But if you pitch them for 30 minutes on product and 30 minutes on compensation plan, do you know what they're saying? I can't talk about this tomorrow. I don't know the first details about this. It's just too much. So we will create the message. We will create very, very simple videos that you can share with people, along with a personalized message. So when we start talking about the fact that we have invested into technology that will take us into the 21st century, we have. Every company out there invests in what they call a commission engine, right? A commission engine, it provides reports in your back office. It provides, some have an app that has information there. Outside of that, we are investing in 3 companies or have committed hundreds of thousands of dollars to 3 companies that will allow individuals in this company to share this message quickly and easily. Imagine for a moment if you signed me up today. Imagine you signed me up today and I'm like, what do I need to do to get started? You'd say, hey, let's create a video. One person in your contact, one person you've got on your phone right now. Hey, this is my good friend. We're here. You know, he's lost, how much weight have you lost? 110. You've lost 110 pounds. Oh my goodness. That's amazing. That's amazing. That's like a third of me. Oh yeah, all right. No mathematicians here. Hopefully online there's some math. No, I'm just kidding. So you've lost 110 pounds. I would go with you and say, hey, my good friend here has lost 110 pounds. We're really excited. He came across a product that absolutely changed his life. Take a look at this video. And then you text that video to someone along with a corporate created video that talks about trim or that talks about any product that you want. When my friend takes a look at that video, I'll receive notification they took a look at that video. In addition to that, if they want to buy something, it just says, would you like to try this product? They press buy now, and they just go in and they purchase that product right off of a notification that they received to their cell phone. And then if they want to get engaged in the business, the conversation is, you know that little text message you got along with the video, along with the purchase that put money into my account? That's how you build a business. If you can do that, you can build this business. Imagine if you were to go and you were to post something on a social media account, let's call it Facebook for now. And you were to say, hey, got a great product, it's called Trim. Hey everybody, check out this video. And so you've got a video that's sitting right there on your feed that you've posted, and it talks about Trim. Same amazing video, somebody walking you through the process. Imagine clicking on that, and you've got someone that's sitting there talking about the product, and in that process, all of a sudden, a little window pops up below that video that says, would you like to purchase this now? Click right here. It automatically loads to a shopping cart that's also visible within the same platform, and all they have to do is check out right off of that platform, and it ties directly to your account where you get credit for it and you build your business. That is simple. And in this business, network marketing, direct sales, the key to success is speed. It is the speed at which you can duplicate. The hardest way to build in this business is slow. That is the hardest way to build. One person comes in this week, one person goes out this week. Okay. One person comes in this week, one person goes out this week. Okay, I don't feel like I'm getting ahead. One person comes in, one person goes out. That's not what you want to do. So it's all about speed, because speed is your biggest retention tool. Speed will create rank advancements in the compensation plan. It'll create checks, which will keep people excited and keep people building. So speed is everybody's friend. It is everybody's friend. And if you can shorten that window in which somebody can duplicate, you're in business. What you want to do, instead of one person coming in one week and one person going out the next, what you want to do is one person coming in next week, 10 people from that person coming in the following week, 5 people from that same person coming in the next week, but all of a sudden you've got another leg. But it's all about the speed at which it happens, and it's all about removing the things that are difficult and the things that are unnatural for people to do that they don't feel comfortable doing. And we can take responsibility for that. And what we're going to ask of you is just to share. And we'll teach you how to share effectively and very quickly. So if you can send a text, if you can shoot a 10-second video from your phone, you can teach people how to build this business. And so we're really, really, really excited about these tools that are coming. These tools will be in place January, February, and we will have training on how to use them effectively. What you don't want to do is jump on social media and just vomit all over everybody. There's a lot of people that use social media to try to do things, and they're pretty ineffective. And all they want to do is just keep shoving it down somebody's throat. But there's an effective way to do it. There's a right way to do it. Some people want to hop on social media and once, twice, 3 times a day, talk about it, talk about it, talk about it, talk about it. Guess what? Your friends don't want to hear that message 3 times a day from you. So there's a cadence at which it happens. There's an appropriate cadence at which it's too much versus it's not enough. And if all they see you on social media is just selling, 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 guess what? They probably don't want to be your friends anymore. But if it's done nicely and it's done in a not overbearing or too repetitive way, they'll be more open and accepting. More open and accepting. And so that's where we want to be. We really want to take this company and leverage technology. So Will there still be meetings with people, like real people in real rooms with real? Yes, there will still be that, but there will be a place for that. They'll be focused on training, they'll be focused on some opportunity, obviously, but we really want to get the people being able to say, so when people buy into a company and they buy into a process and they buy into an opportunity, what you want going off in their heads is, oh my gosh, I love it and I can do that. That is so easy. And the challenge in network marketing typically is the longer you're in the business, the more you know things, the more information you have. The more information you have means you become smarter. And the more information you have, you want to share your intelligence and the things that you've discovered and the things that you know with other people. And so what should be a short, brief conversation of information all of a sudden becomes a long, drawn-out conversation with people. And you know what they're saying in their minds? I can't do that. That person knows what they're talking about. They must have earned a PhD from some nutritional institute. I can't do that. So what you want them to say is, hey, this is how you share. Watch this. Boom, boom, boom. I'm going to do it right now live with one of my contacts. Boom, 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 boom. Send a quick video. Send it off. That's how you build this business. And they're going to say, I can do that. As a matter of fact, not only can I do that, I really love shooting videos of myself. Just kidding. There will be a component of training to this as well. So we're going to create a training platform in which people can learn as a process. So what's the biggest benefit to training? Anybody know? What's the biggest benefit? Knowledge. You gain knowledge. What's the biggest detriment in this business to training? Could be too much knowledge, but probably too much knowledge too fast. So imagine if we had a platform that we had a lot of training, compensation plan training, in-depth knowledge on product training. We had leadership training, how to manage a group training, how to interact with people training. What if we had all of these training components, which would be really cool, right? But imagine that person that signs up on the first day and all of a sudden they see 25 videos in the back office and they say, whoa, okay, I need to learn. And as soon as they see 25 videos in the back office, what are they going to do? They're going to watch them. Which does what to their business, their speed of business? It's going to slow it down. Why? You kidding me? I'm going to do my homework. I've got to watch my 25 videos. I can't be out there talking to people until I watch my 25 videos. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to have some introductory videos. 1, 2, 3. Really simple. How to utilize, how to talk about, how to share, and a welcome. And then as you advance in ranks, it will be information appropriate at the various ranks. So we don't want to blister someone with, the details of a compensation plan their first day. But you know what? Once they've advanced a couple of ranks, they're going to want to know more information about how to explain the compensation plan, how to more effectively answer questions, how to more effectively manage teams, things like that you don't need to learn on day 1, but maybe on day 60, it's okay. So we don't want people spending all of their time training. We want people to spend all of their time sharing with just a little bit of time receiving some training. So there will be a training platform as well, and we're really excited about that. And so as you break ranks, you'll be able to unlock different sets of videos that you'll have access to. But it won't be available for everybody on day 1. Why? It just slows everything down.
Also becomes overwhelming.
Becomes overwhelming. Like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I have time to do all this. Oh, you're telling me I gotta watch 25 videos? Okay. I'm not gonna be able to watch The Bachelor tonight. I'm just gonna have to watch my videos. The other thing that I want to talk about is an element of giving that we're gonna have at this company that's gonna be called ViiVa Cares. And we as a management group believe that if we can help other people in the process and all along the way, that this company will be blessed forever. And so we truly believe that. And so we at the corporate level will be doing things specifically every single month to give. And we are going to also earmark a product or two to the ViiVa field, that when that product is consumed, the proceeds and profits of that product being consumed will go right towards a specific charity. Now, I can't tell you what the product is, and I can't tell you what the charity is or the charities are right now because not everything is in place, but one of the key elements of this entire company will be giving, and it will be really, really easy to give. And there will be charities that you'll want to back and that you want to be a part of. As a matter of fact, mark my words, you will have people who will join this company just to take this product, just to help some children. They won't care about the amazing benefits of Amazon Gold. They won't care about trim. They won't care about anything else, but they'll take this product every single day because they want to help out children, and it will make them feel good. And we've got some amazing things planned for this, and you're going to hear about what we are going to be doing with this charity in the very near future. So stay tuned, but you're going to like it. But we want a culture of giving. We want a culture of giving. Servant leadership is always big, but we want to make sure that our focus is that we can make the world a better place and that we can help out other people in the process. We can help them with health. We can help them with a financial opportunity, and we can also help people that are not in a position to help themselves. That's the position that we want to play in. So I am going to turn the time back over to, oh yeah, question.
Are you at liberty to say how much or how big of the proceeds from that particular product?
Not ready to talk about any of that yet. So we're not going to talk about the product, the charity, or charities, it might be two, or any of that information right now. But when we launch it, we'll give you all the information that you're looking for. But you'll like it.
Are you just gonna, is it just gonna be two charities, or are you gonna rotate like every year? Okay.
Well, we just got great questions.
Those are great questions. The answer is, we'll talk about it later.
Okay.
No, we'll talk about it later. Those are great questions though, but we are looking specifically at a charity or possibly two that can be of benefit. And more so because of the geographic nature of how those charities work. So we want to make sure that it helps people internationally as well as domestically in this country as well. So we're excited about that. But information's coming, and you'll love it. Guaranteed, you'll love it. So let me turn the time back over to Randy. He's going to talk a little bit about some of the important dates and things that you all need to know and what you need to be doing between now and December 31st. Go ahead, Randy.
Okay, thank you so much. Thanks, Craig. Okay, so first of there's a gentleman by the name, or there was a gentleman by the name of Ray Kroc. Who remembers who that was? You know who that was? Okay. Ray Kroc was the one who took the McDonald's program, or the McDonald's stores, and took it from like 5 or 6 stores up to the largest real estate owner on the planet. He talked about 3 keys to success. If you could sit with Ray Kroc and have him share 3 keys to success with you, how many would love to do that? Okay, I'm going to give him to what he shared. He said the first one was be in the right place at the right time. And that, in all honesty, is a component of luck. I honestly believe that we are in the right place at the right time. This company's commitment to technology, the funding, I've never seen a better funded company ever. The funding behind it, the commitment to technology, the experience level, the opportunity from a product perspective. You think about, in my opinion, trim is $1 billion product. In my opinion, Amazon Gold is a bigger opportunity. So we have that commitment to these products, that commitment to growing, that commitment to technology. So I believe that we are all in the right place at the right time. When this was first announced, sitting down with these gentlemen and learning of the commitments, I walked out of that room more elated and more excited than I've ever been about a business opportunity. So it's being in the right place at the right time. Second is recognizing you're there. First is a component of luck. Second is not. It's having an open mind. It's saying, oh my word, we're at the right place at the right time, Ray, and I think you are. Okay. Number 3, the third key is this is what he said, take massive action. Not just a little, not tiptoeing. If you see that you're in the right place, if you are in the right place at the right time, and you see it and you recognize it and you do nothing, what an opportunity you've wasted. Why we're out here, why we're doing these meetings is to make sure we share a couple dates. First date I want you to be aware of is 1/9 of 1/9. 1/9 of 1/9 is the first time that people outside the Tavala organization will actually be able to enter into a system, their position at ViiVa. So you have almost a month and a half head start over anyone else. No one today can sign up for ViiVa outside of doing it through the Tavala organization. Okay, that's a pretty cool concept, right? Your organization that you have today, what month did you join, right? June of 17, right?
Yeah.
Mark, what month did you join?
At the beginning of the year.
Like January, February of 17, correct? Oh, so you think about, we're now coming up on 2019. People who joined at the very beginning, this is a great opportunity because what we want you to do is some very basic activity. We want you to re-engage with those folks that you've talked to, people who might have been a part of the original Tavala and have stepped away a little bit, because what's going to happen is we're actually going to draw them into the binary tree as we go from here to here. We're actually going to draw them in at their original enrollment date if they're active. What does active mean? It means that they have placed an order of 25 DC between November 1st and December 31st, and then remain on auto ship of at least 25 DC until the company officially launches. If they'll do that, what they're going to do is actually timestamp in the organization their original enrollment. If they haven't done a dang thing since November of 17, if they haven't done a thing since February of 17, but they placed their order of 25 DC minimum between November 1st and December 31st, we're going to timestamp them as their original enrollment date for being an early adopter. What do you think? That's pretty cool, right? So this becomes an urgent conversation to have with your folks. To reach out to them to make sure, number one, that they're aware of the opportunity. Number two, that they recognize how urgent it is. And number three, that they take action. If they don't place that order by the 31st of December, we're not looking to say, hey, give us your money. What we're looking for is to say, who's actually here? Who's real? If we see something that's just, we're going to be able to say, okay, yes, they're here. They're fogging the mirrors. People say they're alive. They're going to do something. We're going to draw them in the tree. If they're not, what you don't want to do is start off immediately when you build your organization in a tree. Oh, they're not here. They're not here. They're not here. We don't want to put in just holder spaces, if that makes sense. So we're going to look for that active order. Number two, if they by chance don't hear the message until after the first of the year, which would be sad for them, but they place an order by February 28th, we're going to draw them into the binary tree at the actual order date. So if they place it on the 27th, well then could be significantly farther down. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's really important for you who have organizations. Again, this is a leadership meeting. For you who have organizations, the action plan is to reach out to your people today. This is why we went on Facebook Live today. We've done meetings all throughout the U.S. We have another meeting inside continental U.S. We have meetings in the Bahamas tomorrow, and then meetings in Hawaii next week. Today was all about, let's broadcast to the world. Let's make sure the leaders who haven't had an opportunity to come to one of these meetings has that information that they can reach out to their team members to make sure that they're aware of the requirement of at least placing 25 DC and putting themselves on auto ship until the company launches to be drawn into that binary tree. It still is an incredible opportunity after that, but man alive, some people on that date when we draw it, if they've done this, they'll wake up and they'll see people that they didn't see before in their organization. When you talk about urgent or important or taking massive action, this is some of the action we're taking as a corporation. We're visiting each of one of these locations during that time, this time of the year, which typically, kind of the holiday season, people slow down. We're running full speed, and we need you to be able to run full. I'm so sorry I let you guys out. I went to the side a little bit. Thank you so much, Craig, for directing me here. So we're today in West Palm Beach, tomorrow in Freeport. Can't wait to see all you Bohemians in the 242, Nassau, and then out in Hawaii. We're also going to be on the 5th up in Burley, Idaho, with a couple teams up there that we're really excited about. So again, that action is to go through and make sure that you reach out to your teams. Now, I'm going to ask you here on Facebook, and I want to ask everyone in here, how would you like to put $1,000 extra in your pocket just for kind of doing this stuff? How many of you okay with that? Can I get some likes on Facebook right now, right here, to make sure it looks like fireworks going off? How many would you like to have an extra $1,000? Start poking right there. Who's doing? Okay, thank you so much. We're going to do a promo. It's called the 25 and 2, where if you go out and secure 2,500 DC of personal enrollment volume in your organizations, that means people you've personally put in, between October 31st. So we're going back to October 31st to take a snapshot of it, all the way to December 18th. What we're going to do is we're going to give you $1,000 to come to corporate. We're going to give you $1,000 cash. You can come to corporate during our launch. Now, please know, the meeting in Utah won't be on 1919. It's going to be sometime announced in the first quarter. But if you do this behavior, if you do this event, we're going to give you $1,000 that you can spend to get yourself there, that you can utilize for that travel. If you help 2 of your people do the same thing, we're going to pay for your hotel while you're there as well. How many would love to come out to Utah and spend a little time at corporate and see this incredible one-time launch? That's what we're going to do. So I know that you probably have questions still. It's impossible to answer every single question in a presentation like this. But what we wanted to do is to give you the baseline information from a 20,000 foot level to ensure that you had the details, you understood about the transition plan, that you were able to share. We also wanted to make sure you realize what a great opportunity this is. And for me to convey to you, I've never been more excited about this whole story, even since the beginning 2 years ago when we founded the company to where we're going right now. There are 2 times where it's easier to invite people into a direct sales opportunity or network marketing opportunity. Those 2 times that are easier than any other time are in a period called momentum. That's when everyone's finally realized what's going on and they decide to join, or it's at the beginning. We are right now at the beginning. It's a time to set ourselves up for success for generations yet to come. Thank you so much for being here on Facebook Live. Thank you so much for dedicating one of your evenings. Thank you so much for everyone being here. We're going to go ahead and say goodbye. Please like, comment, and share this video. Spread it with the people that you know, and we'll see you in one of these cities shortly. Thank you so much.